our debate. We have our presentation and the educational problem we could analyze, or we're going to analyze in this debate, is the lack of self-confidence, fear of being judged for making mistakes. Shame and shyness reduce students' participation in class. This limits opportunities for practice and feedback, especially in learning English as second language, which prevents students from fully benefiting from the learning process. So we're going to start. We have 3 questions, and we're going to do everybody's answers. So our first question is, what innovative English learning activities do you propose to address the identified educational challenge? Fernanda.
Okay, I think organized field play session whether student practice the real life scenarios in person or small groups, sessions, ordering in a restaurant, or a process, reduce uh, pressures by allowed student to interact in a smaller support silence, building confidence in a more relaxed environment.
Nice. That activity sounds amazing. Luz, what activity would you propose?
Okay, I propose implement a structured group discussing with inaugural free zone rules, where students can speak freely and make mistakes without judgment. This environment encourages participation,
That
helps
makes so
students see
much sense.
mistakes and natural learning tools rather than the obstacles.
I see. That activity sounds amazing. I'm pretty sure I will use it in my classes. Well, I thought about like interactive online storytelling. If we use digital storytelling platforms for students to create like short stories in the second language, they can use images, audio, text, and this activity allows them to practice their English plus their creativity, and they can receive a feedback enhancing their language skills in a supportive environment. That will be my activity proposed. Thank you so much, girls. Let's go ahead with our second question. What specific resources, including digital tools, materials, do we propose to utilize to support your activities? What you will use? Fernanda.
Okay, I use Google Classroom by organize role play materials, sketches, such chase student creating can allow teacher to give good feedback and track progress. It is very important, I think.
Amazing. Of course, we can use all the digital resources we have, and we will have a lot. Luz, which one will you propose?
Okay, the theory that I propose, I created a Padlet board where students post their responses or reflection after group discussing, mm, allowing them to share freely and see others' mistakes, and fostering an environment of accept.
Nice. That sounds amazing. Well, in my case, for the storytelling, I can use like Canva or Storybrite, that are apps that can help the students to design and present their little stories in a visual way. And these tool supports the creativity, have so many ways, so many pictures, videos that they can put there. It's easy to use, and the students can express themselves in the second language. That is our target, right? So let's go ahead with our last question. That is like what methodologies we use or we do to use to assess the impact of your activity on the language learning outcome. We're going to focus in the outcome. So Fernanda, how you will evaluate your outcome?
Okay, I propose a make regular step activity service where students evaluate on progress and comfort levels. With English, this kind of activities lay on the student to get into their confidence and identifies the areas that need support.
Nice. That's a really good way. Luz, what do you will use?
Okay. Say that peers feedback and session for collaborative activities like debates and campaign and presentation. Ask peer to focus on content, delivery, and language use, and require constructive feedback of both strengths and areas for improvement.
I see, nice. That's a good way too. Well, in my case, I will use like pre and post activity tests, focusing like in vocabulary and communication skills, right? So in that way, I can measure the language improvements, and I can compare the results, and that will help me to determine the effective of each activity, right? So let's go ahead with our conclusions. What you can conclude for your reports. Let's go ahead, Fernanda. I want to hear you.
Okay, my conclusion is so lack of confidence and fear making makes reduce student participation, limit their learning in English is very important because learning in English of participation in activities, right?
Right. And Luz, what can you conclude?
Okay, I mentioned it in the first answer is very important. Innovate activities and support environments can ease these fears and encouraging participation in changing their language skill.
Right. That's so true. So, to make it short and mixing all that you guys say plus my thoughts, so we know that the insecurity and fear of making mistakes restrict the student participation, right? Impacting in their progress in learning English. However, if we implement creative activities and we establish a support environment, can alleviate these concerns. So, fostering more active involvement and strength their language skills. With that, we conclude our presentation. I really hope we did amazing. We approached everything was required in this activity. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, thank you
Bye.
so
Thank you so
much.
much.
See you.